What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now, for today's video, I wanted to talk about a rumor that's going around in relation to the first official teaser or trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth. We'll get to some new information about a promo, by the way, that's teasing the new movie, and it did get shown off last month in China, believe it or not, complete with a brand new backdrop. But when it comes to an actual trailer for the movie, there's some speculation being talked about online for the film getting a first look of sorts attached to the new movie Wicked, which I think means that if this info winds up being true, we could see it drop online following that release really soon. I got this rumor information from Jurassic Outpost, by the way, and while it's all just speculation, as they themselves mentioned in their own video, I think some new footage being released around then may not be too big of a stretch. So, when it comes to a release date for the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer, rumor has it that we may be able to get a sizzle reel, or at the very least behind the scenes look for the film, attached to Wicked. And I do want to mention that this is a rumor, by the way. This comes out on November 22nd, and I think that when it drops with this new film, they're immediately going to upload it onto YouTube if it winds up being true. Just want to give you guys my own personal thoughts. I'm not so confident that's going to happen, but I think this kind of a release date for the first official Jurassic World Rebirth trailer actually does make a little bit of sense if it winds up being true, because it falls in line with the release date of the very first official Jurassic World teaser trailer from November of 2014. This was the first footage that we got to see from a new Jurassic Park film in over a decade, and it's kind of weird because that is now a full 10 years ago. So anyways, I think it could very well be possible that Rebirth tries to pull off the same sort of thing in order to build anticipation and hype for this new movie with a special look of behind the scenes material for Rebirth. I say this specifically for a behind the scenes kind of sizzle reel, by the way, because that's what Jonathan Bailey mentioned, and because this movie still has a pretty long way to go in the VFX department. And with the July 2nd release date looming, I think they want to make sure they show the movie off in the best shape they can and not showcase any dinosaurs just yet, because they're at the very least in the early stages of creation, and I don't think they're going to be very presentable when it comes to the CGI this early in development. Speaking of dinosaurs, by the way, there actually was a new Jurassic World Rebirth promo shown off in China during an event that lasted from October 27th to the 31st. Now, this event interestingly showed off a bunch of footage from the first Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and Dominion before revealing that a new movie was in the works, which isn't too exciting as far as the promo itself goes, but they did have a brand new backdrop to help showcase the movie. And it looks like it's a big misty jungle with the logo featured prominently around this new location. Personally, I think this little poster work is cool, and it reminds me of some of the promo material made for the Lost World Jurassic Park back in 1996 and 97. If you guys remember, they were releasing some pretty cool teaser posters and images to kind of like hype up anticipation for that movie. And look, you guys have heard me say it over and over again. If you know me as a person, you know the Lost World Jurassic Park is one of those movies that meant a lot to me growing up, and they unleashed the Universal Studios ride, which I'd wanted to go on for my entire life before finally doing it. Like, the anticipation for the second Jurassic Park movie was massive, and I'm just at the very least happy that we get a new poster teaser kind of thing released in China that is sort of reminding me of that era. You know, the mid to late 90s, everything before Jurassic Park 3 in 2001, I personally think was the coolest stretch of Jurassic Park fan stuff. But I mean, that's just me again.
Gatorade Fierce, your new berry, a new grape. So bold, it's fierce.
Now, when it comes to Rebirth and official new dinosaur material or even scenes featuring the cast, I'm not so sure when we can expect to see something like that at all. The industry is still reeling from what has happened to movie theaters over the last few years, so film trailers don't come out in the normal 7 to 6 month window before release like they used to. Many of you will remember Fallen Kingdom's first trailer came out in December of 2017, while the movie premiered in the UK around June of 2018. This time, I'm expecting something totally different, so when when can we expect to see a new trailer schedule rollout for Jurassic World Rebirth? Well, I think the tried and true formula of the Super Bowl is the first surefire lock-in for at least one trailer date for this new movie. Not sure if it will be the first official trailer, because we very well could get one before then, but I do think that's still a great place to build anticipation and hype for a Jurassic Park film. By the way, everything that had to do with the China promo was basically just them telling everyone there's a slate of new movies going to come out. They do this every once in a while, and every Jurassic World movie has kind of rolled something like this out. I am very grateful that this poster looks ominous enough, by the way, because sometimes you get like some really hammy Velociraptor like cutouts that look too CG and too like Hasbro toy packaging like from 2015. So this is at the very least mysterious. Now, these movies cost a lot of money to make. I don't know how much Jurassic World Rebirth cost, but I think Dominion and Fallen Kingdom were way too expensive. We're talking $300 million range. So they're definitely trying to hype this one up and get as many eyes on it, like, hey, this thing exists, it's coming out, that they possibly can. But when is the earliest that we could see Jurassic World Rebirth footage, whether it be from official scenes from the movie or just making of material? When can we expect to see stuff like that drop for this thing in the future? Well, again, if the Wicked rumor doesn't wind up being true, we still have December to tie in with Christmas, like Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Then we could have a Super Bowl date, and most certainly around the 3 to 4 month mark before release. We will definitely get something new around then, so maybe around March or April. This is the standard we've been seeing with bigger movies over the last few years, and they've always released trailer number 2 or 3 around that time. And you know, because of the Super Bowl being factored in, probably get something in February, probably get something in April or something like May. Definitely what I think is going to go down for this new movie if we don't get something attached to Wicked, which by the way I'm not too confident about, but that could very well change. Jurassic World Rebirth still has a long way to go, and there isn't honestly anything set in stone just yet when it comes to a finalized product with dinosaur scenes. We can see this just from the new information we went over the other day, where they had to go back out and shoot some new stuff in New York. So yeah, they're really running and scrambling as fast as they can to get Rebirth out in theaters in 2025's July 2nd release date. In fact, and this is just one little bonus piece of info that I thought would help everyone, because I do genuinely think this could be true, we may very well get to see our first official looks at some cool stuff for this movie outside of the trailers in early merchandise material that rolls out for the film. And I think that may be where we start to get a really good look at what Jurassic World Rebirth is going to feel like, because they're keeping everything pretty close to the chest right now, and you know they're going to throw the original writer of Jurassic Park and The Lost World and the director of Godzilla like all over the trailers and stuff when this stuff finally does come out. With that being said, guys, what do you think about this new backdrop poster for the movie? Are you a fan of the design, or do you wish that they got something a little more dinosaurish? I mean, they could have put a Brachiosaurus in the background, I guess, but I don't know, I kind of like the way it looks. And what do you think about a release date for a trailer on the film? Personally, guys, the rumors about it dropping with Wicked could be true, but if they are, I'm only expecting something of a sizzle reel where they show like behind the scenes material of the cast running from like large things off camera we don't see. You know, maybe Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey just talking about how this movie is going to be different from the Jurassic World stuff, or maybe it's something completely different entirely. One thing they probably will do, if it is a behind the scenes sort of a thing, we may get animatronic or puppetry dinosaurs in that. That is a very good possibility. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts and opinions on this subject matter? And when do you think we're going to see some Jurassic World Rebirth footage? Whatever your own thoughts and opinions happen to be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now, before I go, I want to thank everyone that's helped me build my channel over the years. I'd also like to thank every one of you guys who've watched my stuff. You've all been extremely cool to me. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and hope that you'll consider subscribing. God bless you all. Christ is King. See you guys in the next video, and as always, take it easy.